because I
Okay.
got it going.
All right.
Okay, now you got audio.
I have audio now?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, everybody. We are having some technical difficulties and we pushed live and we didn't know we were going live. And I got hooked up on the wrong thingy, and so things are a bit crazy. I don't even know what my hair looks like anymore, so I hope you're doing well. I guess we're doing it, kids. Well, that was exciting. All right, well, I actually need to use the restroom, but I guess we'll just make this fast.
Sorry.
This is the first time that we've actually done it live with Jeff here filming me. Most of the time I just go live on my own. So we were setting some things up and it got a little exciting, and then we went live and we're on live on the wrong thing that we were going to set up, that I had set up. So, but we're going now. And I don't have Herman in here, but I do have the foot. So what we are doing today is we're going to look at some of the anatomy behind the exercises that I did in the earlier video that came out last Thursday, I think. I forget what day I posted it, last Thursday. I have found over the years that if we just look at the anatomy, see what's there, and learn it, it's much easier to activate the muscles, especially if they're tiny little muscles that we can't feel and can't figure out how to move. All right. Here comes Herman and Herminia. Woohoo! So we're going to do that today, and I picked a few muscles. I have my cheat sheet down here. Like I said, we're live and I didn't know we were going live. So hello YouTube world. We're just going to do it. Oh, and Herman's here. So this is, if you don't know who Herman is, this is our studio mascot and personal assistant, Herman. And then this is his girlfriend, Herminia. All right. She has moved in a few years ago, and we have her with us all the time. As well now, she hangs around on Herman. All right, so let's get to the anatomy. And I was practicing taping this. So this is our foot. I'm going to take it off the tape and start over for you all. And I may have to put my cheaters on to show you. So hopefully it goes with my mic. Okay, it does. So this is Herman's foot. This is the top of the foot, and we're actually going to look at the bottom of the foot. Okay, this is Herman's right foot, and then I'm going to demonstrate on my right foot as well after I get it taped. Okay, so the first one that I want to show you, this is going to be from the first exercise on that previous video. The first one I'm going to show you is called the adductor hallucis, okay? And it's got kind of a little interesting way about it. There's two parts to the adductor hallucis. I don't know why they didn't just name it two muscles, but they didn't. And I also want to point out, don't worry about the names. A lot of people get hung up on origin, insertion, what the name is. That it doesn't matter. What we're trying to figure out, you can learn all of them, and it's great to learn all of them, but if you have a foot problem, you just want to learn how to make the muscles go, okay? So the adductor hallucis goes from the inside here, kind of our big toe. I'm just going to slide it over on the big toe, and it comes across and it connects onto all four of our other toes. All right. And it actually connects, there's fibers that go to each little toe. So when you make it come together, it will bring your big toe over to the other toes. All right. So remember, a muscle is like a rubber band. I don't have my rubber band here, but when a rubber band contracts, both ends go together. So in order for only one end to go, you have to stabilize one end and mobilize the other end. So it's like holding it down with one side and pulling it together. Or you bring this side over to here, but if you don't have anything anchored, they're going to go together at the same time. So that's important to remember when we're looking at this particular anatomy. So this part of the adductor hallucis is going to pull this the big toe over to the other toes, or the other toes over to the big toe. Okay? Now, the next part of the same muscle that they just call the oblique head is from the same area on your big toe, and then it goes over to, it actually connects into a ligament in the middle of your foot here. So I'm just going to put it here as though we have the other end to attach to, but it's actually hitting a bone. And so that's going to draw the big toe kind of up and in to the center of your arch. So when you connect this muscle over into the other side, it's going to bring the big toe across to the other toes, or the big toe across into the center of your foot. And if you think of both of those at the same time, it'll bring the big toe over on a little bit of a diagonal. So that's like pressing the ball of the big toe down. So that's one of the ways that you press the ball of the big toe down, which is part of the exercise that we did. Sorry, I was leaning back because I was holding the foot up. Now, the other piece of this that I want to add, so that's the adductor hallucis. There's also the flexor hallucis brevis. So these are the intrinsic muscles of our feet, or some of them, not all of them. We're not going to do all of them today, or we'll be here for 10 years. And that actually goes on top of the ball of the big toe, the sesamoid bones. It connects into those two little bones on the bottom. And it also goes over to the center of the foot. And there's a bone in there that it connects to. And it will flex, or help you plantar flex, point the big toe. And so it'll go like this. So when you get all of these going together, you pull the ball of the big toe over, or it's like how we've been doing, press the ball of the big toe down. That's the idea behind it. And then the other one I wanted to show you on this side is the abductor hallucis. Hallucis is just the big toe, just so you know. This one connects across the outside of the big toe. And then let me show you here. So it's going to go on the outside of your big toe, crossing that joint that we've been attaching to. And it goes all the way over, and it attaches to our heel, the calcaneus on the inside. So this is not quite long enough. It goes from over here, and then it's going to connect onto our heel up on this little ridge here. So if our heel is anchored and we have our arch going, it will draw our big toe out a little bit, and we'll have control of our big toe opening and closing a little bit. Now, why I point this out is because if it's not working properly, what happens is the transverse arch will flatten out, and then the line of action of the abductor hallucis can't get a grip, and then you can't control the outside of the big toe, and then you get a bunion. So many people are familiar with what a bunion is. This joint sticks out sideways and the big toe comes across. And it's all just because these little muscles in here are not firing properly. So if you get those muscles firing up and working, you can bring the integrity of the foot back together, and then the bunion will go away. And so that's one of the wonderful side effects of doing some of the exercises from that previous video that we did last week that I posted. Now, honey, can you get my feet down here? I don't know if you can see the feet down here. Can you see my feet down? Yeah, okay. So when we are pressing the ball of the big toe down like we were doing, pressing the ball of the big toe down and kind of anchoring over here, that's going to, if you think about pulling the ball of your big toe towards the pinky toes, towards the inside of your ankle, that's going to help create the transverse arch and the arch of the foot. So that's kind of the purpose behind it. So what we were doing was pressing the ball of the big toe down to get that to wake up. And then we were releasing it like this. If you had trouble doing that, what you would want to do is think of all those muscles and pull them up and in towards the center of the foot as you're doing it. And if you did have a bunion, there's actually the muscle on the outside here. You can see it fire pretty well on me. That's going to be the abductor hallucis right in there. If you had a bunion, you could press the ball of the big toe down, pull it over, and then practice pulling it out. And I'm in a cramp because I didn't really warm up very good. But for the exercise that we did in the previous video, we just pressed the ball of the big toe down, helping to activate all of that together. So that's the big toe side and some of the muscles that we were attempting to activate during that particular set of exercises. Now I wanted to share some of the little toe side muscles. I think I'll take this off to show you the little toe side. Now the little toe they call the digiti mini-me. Isn't that fun? And I'm going to go back here to make sure I don't say crazy things. Okay. Yeah, we're going to do the flexor digiti mini-me. So that connects to, it crosses across that joint on the pinky toe side here. And then it's going to go straight in, and it connects into the same tendon that the abductor hallucis did, but we're just going to put it here. Okay, so it's going, when it contracts, the pinky toe will go to the heel, or the heel will go to the pinky toe, or the pinky toe and the heel will come together. So a contraction is when your muscle works. And so when these two come together, you can see how the tape will kind of go slack. That means it's working, it's contracting. All right. And then the other one on the pinky toe side is, that I wanted to show you today, is the abductor digiti mini-me. So that connects to the heel. Maybe I can get the tape to work. There we go. And it goes to the outside of the pinky toe. So it's going to connect over here on the side of the heel kind of underneath on the inside, and it's going to go around to the outside over here. And I'll tighten it up a bit. And then when this contracts, it'll pull the pinky toe out to the side. All right, it'll pull the pinky toe towards the heel or the heel to the pinky toe. So then if you press the ball of the pinky toe side down, you're actually going to be contracting the flexor digiti minimi. And if you think about opening your pinky toe out a little bit, you'll also get the abductor digiti minimi. And when you do those together, it will pull the bone up and in. And then if you have the other side going, it'll help you recreate your transverse arch, which will often flatten out, causing other problems like neuromas, plantar fasciitis, yada, 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 you name it. And then you get crooked toes and all other sorts of stuff starts happening. Okay, so now there's something called a bunionette. Now, a bunionette is when you have the same problem as a bunion, except for it's on your pinky toe side. I'll be happy to show you what that looks like. If you go down to my feet, this is what a bunionette looks like. And I can give you the long story of to why it's like this, but it has to do with dancing. Dancing and other inflammation. So, if you remember, I said the flexor will be down underneath the foot under here, and the adductor will go around the outside. So if you look at the outside, you can see if I pull it out a little bit, this muscle will contract on the outside, and you can kind of see it go in. So that's our abductor digiti minimi. So as we were doing pinky toe side down, we were attempting to get our flexor digiti minimi and abductor digiti minimi working at the same time. All right. So the exercise that we did on the video, we did ball of the big toe down, and then we did ball of the pinky toe and pinky toe down, and then we alternated back and forth. So I just went through then all the little muscles by doing those exercises that we were attempting to get going. And as they get stronger, the integrity of our transverse arch, and the transverse arch is this arch here, will start to come back. And then when we started lifting our heel up and down, you actually end up, in doing those exercises that we did, getting those same muscles, but from the other end. So remember how I said the muscles contract together like a rubber band? So we did the front of those muscles, and then we started getting into the back of those muscles a little bit. Now, for those of you who clicked on the link and got the second part of the workout, we actually learned some more exercises in that second part of the workout that I sent you into your email. And we started integrating the front foot and the back foot. And so let me show you what happens if you activate both sides of those muscles that I just showed you at the same time. So if you reach the ball of the big toe down, and then you reach the ball of the pinky toe down, and you go really strongly, you can start to see how the bunionette will pop up underneath itself, and then the bunionette goes away. And then, so in the second video, if you have done that, the part 2 of the workout, the ball of the big toe and the pinky toe, we went like this. We did ball of the big toe and the pinky toe. We were trying to do it simultaneously. And by doing that simultaneously, it'll pop this little arch up. That's your transverse arch. And then we were pulling it forward like this. And you can see how this straightens out. You can see how my transverse arch popped up. And then my toes cramped because this is very, very challenging for me on this side. And so we were activating all of those muscles with what I call the little towels or toe crunchies, like this. And so you can see how you can do that here, just giving you an example of that. Now, continuing to do that, there's other muscles in there that are activated, of course. And there's a lot more exercises that we can do to help activate those muscles, of course. But I think that I'm done giving the anatomy of the feet. So we did quite a number of the muscles on Herman's foot here, and explaining the first exercise that we did. Now, if you would like to learn more of this anatomy, I'm going to do a secret live next week. So for those of you who clicked on the link, which is not under this YouTube video right now, but will be later on today as soon as I put it up there. If you clicked on the link and went and got the second part of the foot workout sent to you in your email, I will send you an email next week, and you'll get the secret link to where we're going to learn a little bit more anatomy like this for the second workout, the second part of the foot workout video. Now, if you haven't seen the first workout, go to the first workout video, and then the link is there and you can register and get the second part of the foot workout video and start practicing it. All right. Did we have any questions come up that you saw by chance? Nope. Okay, no questions. All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. So feel free to go back and rewatch this and look at those muscles again. And I have really found that if you start to understand where the muscles are, especially these little ones, you can actually then start to get them to wake up and fire. And miraculously, our foot integrity starts to come back together. And then miraculously, a lot of the pain and issues that we have in our foot starts to disappear. All right. Well, thank you. I hope you all enjoyed this. And I will see you next week. Aloha.